Cognitive load theory. Cognitive load is the taxation of the brain's capacity to take in new information, process it, and return a constructed meaning. On the previous slide, you were asked to remember 5 things. Can you? Cognitive load is divided among 3 categories. Intrinsic cognitive load deals with the difficulty level of material being presented. This level cannot be altered by the instructor. Extraneous cognitive load is derived from the physical look and layout of the instructional unit in conjunction with the content material being portrayed. The third category is germane cognitive load. Germane load is devoted to processing, construction, and automation of schemas. Like extraneous load, germane load can be influenced by instruction. Extraneous load is caused by dissecting elements and filtering poor instructional design. Germane load is the memory attempting to construct new schema. Total cognitive load is the combination of these 3. Cognitive load is a theory with implications for learning. It is important to understand that there are different theories related to how a person learns. Prior to discussing information processing theories, the divisions of memory are established. Short-term memory is limited by space and time. All small pieces of information are internalized here. Working memory is separate from short-term memory, and it is in this memory state information coding occurs. Long-term memory is the storage unit for one's knowledge. Schemas are used to facilitate information processing by placing our knowledge and assumptions in groups. These schemas are recalled when new information is presented and a connection between the new information and existing schemas is formulated. In the information processing theory, sensory memory receives stimuli, and during the brief interaction determines if information should be placed in short-term memory. In this theory, short-term memory also houses working memory. Once placed in short-term memory, information is processed by recalling knowledge. As information becomes meaningful, it transitions to long-term memory. Pavio's dual coding theory suggests there are verbal and visual components in the brain. Auditory and speech are processed in the verbal section, with pictures and sound processed in the visual component. Baddeley's episodic buffer. Sensory memory is for receiving the stimuli. The episodic buffer concentrates on working memory. A centralized area serves as a message board and routes information from the 3 divisions: phonological loop, visual sketchpad, and episodic buffer. The buffer connects information in the loop and sketchpad, makes meaning, and transfers it to long-term memory. Mayer's cognitive theory of multimedia uses the process of selecting information, organizing thoughts, and integrating it with current knowledge. The history and key persons of the cognitive load theory. Before the cognitive load theory, George Miller in 1956 coined the phrase 7 digits plus or minus 2. This refers to the human's ability to remember approximately 7 digits of new information at any given time. From this, William Chase and Herbert Simon in 1973 used the term chunk. This was the idea that information could be grouped in smaller bits and pieces. It was in 1976 that cognitive load theory really took off. It was with John Sweller's study related to work examples. From this, the idea of extraneous cognitive load was a result and published. From the 1980s, Paul Ayres has contributed to the cognitive load theory and researched the expertise reversal effect. In 1994, germane load was identified by Fred Poss and Jeroen van Marienboer. In the early to mid-1990s, intrinsic load, split attention, redundancy, and modality effects were characterized. The element interactivity effect was defined in 2002. Research is still carried out today to help understand cognitive load and to refine the cognitive load theory.